Hi, welcome back to the Venusian Wave, and welcome back for your Capricorn full moon intuitive card reading. I'm just going to pull for each sign. It's going to be more like fast pace, just like if you haven't seen the Cancer new moon reading, this is for the Capricorn full moon. I've been wanting to start these for a while, however, this one feels really big. It's time. It's true. I don't agree with the drama, but it is true. There's a lot moving, and I have the astrology here, but we're going to tap into the intuitive because it's really important to overly emphasize that more than ever, but especially for the Cancer season and Capricorn season. They can tend to, on the extreme, there can tend to be paranoia and anxiety that comes along with and can be induced by certain things that, and certain substance that those signs can stay away from if they're not yet ready to access their true psychic nature and see things clearly. And there's some people who know that about themselves. They don't know that, they may not know that specifically. So just for you Capricorns, you can think about that, sit with that. It's just my opinion, but it's because of the psychic nature. And before we get started, all information to work with me is below. I've recently been putting a lot more energy here, so if you want to connect further, wondering about sessions, what they look like, all of my information is on my Instagram. I will get that on a website and a link tree soon, but my link tree is there for booking. You can email me, ask me questions. I prefer emailed questions if you have them. My podcast is also there where we get really in depth into, I've started a segment where every month we get into the sign and its body part and how that correlates with life or a story. I'm a storyteller. They're long form, break it up into segments, listen to a little bit, share it with someone you think would like something like that. I know that I do. So that's where I get really personal, and I do share more on my Instagram, but it's not as long form. But yeah, we're gonna get started because cards are already falling out, and we're gonna start with Aries. Aries. Okay. For this full moon, your instincts are guiding you, but I need you to notice if you are running from something or if you're creating from the change that you're feeling, because I'm gonna pull one more card because it is a transformation. Like, you may feel uncomfortable in your body where being quiet or being quiet, not stimulated, can feel almost uncomfortable, but it may be exactly what you need, because the stimulation can be overwhelming, maybe, perhaps. For others of you, it could be the opposite, where you're really directing, and that's where these Aries want to get, but it's about learning to trust yourself and not just trying to get somewhere, and like really going through that process. And for those Aries who feel it but have somewhere to direct it, do it. Go put your focus there, but also don't ignore yourself, don't ignore your needs. I think almost it's like you're putting to rest that part of yourself that can't go without the things you really need to keep you going. So if you need that 8 hours, Aries, get yourself that 8 hours. Taurus, 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. You may be wondering what's next, or planning what's next, or trying to plan what's next while also asking what's next. Lots of questions could be on your mind. I do suggest writing it out. Always writing it out. Because you may not get these questions right away. People around you might not have the answers, and even though you know you're not looking for it, it could feel like there's a sense of urgency to find out. But I would have boundaries with the part of you who needs urgency, and sit with the part of you that understands that that is maybe calling you to let go of trying to see too much and maybe see what comes to you. Move beyond like what you're trying to imagine and like allow yourself to imagine, maybe even be guided. Just a suggestion if you have like a trust and guidance. This was just face up, so I figured I'd show it to you. Yeah. I know you're worried materially, however, there's something about what you're feeling and how you need to be supported now and how you need to ask for it, or trust that it's around you, trust that you have people. Yeah, trust yourself too, right? If you trust people around you, why not trust yourself? Okay. Gemini. Okay, you got a couple cards. I'm just gonna pull the one. I'll show you the others though if you'd like, just for in a second. Money, stability, security, like the true nature of Cancer here. You may want to try to control how you're attached to this and what you're attached to and how that's been perhaps holding you back or holding back a way forward, blocking maybe something mentally, something physical, something that's not yet integrated with one another, but it is integrating now. You may be learning the skills or wanting to learn, having a desire to learn new skills, and when it shows up, it's allowing yourself to let it transform your life, not like trusting that you picked the right thing and that you put your energy to it, and like letting what happens, like knowing that you have no control, but it's just like sometimes that person says the right thing. You know, you go to that right place, you hear that in the right moment and you feel safe to do so. There's something there. So allow it if that's what happens. For others of you, you're learning to even grow this sense of security and this greater sense of self that you've been finding. It is very much the father though too. So the father is Capricorn, very feminine, however. So maybe you're finding, and I'm finding that there's a deeper link happening there. So maybe you're finding a link into security with your connection with the masculine and the feminine, and how they show up together. That could be that connection that you're finding with the security that you feel. And what security really is, I think you thought it was something and now you're finding another layer, perhaps, maybe. Cancer. Well, this says a lot of things, and we have Judgment at the bottom. So your mind is exploring. You're also, and it's what also is influencing is what you're hearing and what you feel compelled to say. What's being exposed to you, what you're exposing to others through this transition in your life, which is sharpening the skills that you do have. And I think if you are looking somewhere else, or you're looking for signs, it's here, but it may just tell you that what you have already is where you need to look. And sometimes that could be like, okay, well, that's annoying. I think sometimes if you haven't had like clear a certain clarity of how you are treated, and what that looks like and how it forms and shapes you, perhaps. I find that cardinal signs, it depends on the person, it depends on the sign, but there's an air to the cardinality that thinks maybe because if you've been one that has failed often, had to learn a lot, or find yourself changing directions or reinitiating, that may feel like normal. And it's almost like if you're used to chaos, they're not the same, but if you're used to chaos and you can't find that like level, and this month is weirdly enough showing you that. And I think that's even transforming. That's a lot of cards for Leo. Let's do less cards. And it's just transforming even the way maybe you see yourself. Yeah. Leo. That's still a lot of cards. Leo, you might get a lot more cards because we are entering your birthday anyway, right? So happy birthday to the Leos and Cancers. All right, we got a card. It's literally neutral and turned sideways. Oh, we got 2 cards. How about it? The 9 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Second 10 of Swords out. Well, this month will be a lot of things. And I'm telling you, a lot of things are happening, so it's not just for you. And so the world won't have all eyes on you, and it won't feel bigger than... I hope it doesn't anyway. I hope you don't feel like it is like this focus. And it may feel like that at first. But then all of a sudden, perhaps when Mercury moves into Virgo, even though in retrograde, there's a break. You may feel this like moment of like, okay, I can allow some space, or you feel it coming, or maybe now that you've heard, you know, maybe you need to start practicing that. There's something there where you may feel like you're spending extra energy on this and it doesn't necessarily fit. It's taking up too much room, it's taking up too much space, taking up too much energy. Whatever that is, whatever you're spending too much time defending, energy, or it's like you're just trying to hide something maybe about yourself, it's just time to let go. And like, if you let go, it just becomes casual. And some people love announcements, some people love certain things. It's just not your style, and it doesn't have to start to be. Or it maybe is your style in some ways, but this one doesn't have to be, and you don't have to do everything the same way if you don't want. So yeah. Let yourself be, Leo. Let yourself just be. If you don't want to do too much, don't. There's some things that you find through that. I'm excited to get to your reading more now than ever. Virgo. Whatever you need to say has value. And you may have heard this already, and you may even see it in other people, but just because you maybe, and you sense that, you know, you may feel of more intellect, right? And you sense that, you know, those times where you're talking about something, and even if you don't know too much about it, people are willing to listen, and there are other times where it's not so much like that. But you can actually feel it now in how engaged people are with you, and there's a part of you that probably feels like, whoa, they'll listen to anyone. You need to value yourself more. They're listening to you. Like, if you want this to be something and a source of income, or if you find that communication is healing, or people are really engaging with you, even if you're like in the back of your head, like, and someone comes back and like validates the fact that you've helped them, or you've like, and people just feel good around you, like, is that not okay, right? It doesn't mean that you're doing anything other than being yourself. There also, if you're looking for advice and asking for advice yourself, or you feel like you need to ask someone for advice, but your ego or something's getting in the way, get over it. It'll help you. It'll help. Libra. All these cards. Great cards, but wait. I'm not doing all those cards. Maybe we will start. Libra. Right now, it would be best to just maybe, suggestion, can you tell I know how we're feeling, just to let something go, to address something for now. Now, this doesn't have to be forever. There could be more discussion, there could be more thought on this, but there's something that's been taking up too much of your energy and time and space, and now you have all of this care, and you're in a different place right now. So I would highly recommend that whatever comes your way, however you can, through whatever emotion, getting to a place where you can find some lightheartedness and trust, and if you are in an adventurous place, keep it going. Keep it going. It's not about avoiding anything. It's just about giving yourself, whether you've had an experience with a lot of this energy or not, and mostly if you haven't, just to let yourself be in it. Be in that space. This moon wants to show you some things so that you can make different views, perhaps. I know, so abstract. Can't help myself. Scorpio. The moon. Whatever you are seeing about yourself, it is so clear. You can't help but like, yes, this is it. Whatever it is, whatever it's showing and revealing to you, yeah, negative, positive, either way, what's happening is that you connect with it. You emotionally respond to it. So if you emotionally respond to whatever that is, it is helping you integrate and process something, and it's something that you maybe been waiting for. It doesn't matter how much it hurts, what it feels like, you're ready for it. And what it will reveal to you is something really important, especially coming up in the next month, next couple weeks, about your value. So let it sharpen you a little, especially for those of you feeling heavy or dull. This will add a little zhuzh. All right, where are we at now? Sagittarius. Oh, Scorpio. Communicate things. Communicate also. Communication. Being vulnerable. That's also where things can get a little zhuzh. Okay, Sagittarius. Well, aren't you guys hiding? Or are you... Too many cards. You may just not want to hear a thing. I promise it won't be that bad. I'll keep it chill. Ten of Swords. I like this a lot. Bottom of the deck. After this washing away, it's giving you so much emotional integrity, emotional clarity. You feel more value in your feelings. If your feelings have not been valued, these are going to give you so much luck, which will drive you, oh my God, here you are, I'm giving you cards, to only keep it going. It's this way. I get a little dyslexic sometimes. Or am I just not thinking? Who knows? It shows you how, if you get really clear about yourself and like allow yourself the room and space, so you don't have to just run or hide or avoid, you clear things up with yourself. You know, maybe you're just finally far enough away in the mountain range or wherever, where you can finally have a moment to breathe. Maybe take yourself to a place where you can get fresh air, or whatever it is that you need to get some air. That could be just having a space where someone can hold you, if that's what you need. But there's some stability coming there and luck coming from it, and ride that luck through and trust it. A lot can happen right now. I know there's a lot going on, but for you, some cool things. Even if it's just for a sprint, it'll help whatever's coming next. That's a lot of cards. All right, Capricorn, we'll give you the cards. Something about is being revealed to you about your ego. About your ego. Where you can no longer go things alone, even though it's gotten you far, even though you've done very well. What's being communicated is that through being vulnerable, through seeing yourself in this way, through sharing it, it actually reinforce and bring more to you. It doesn't mean it can't add to this greater fulfillment of family and emotional integrity. This will actually bring you closer there. It will add more value to yourself and to your independence. And it might address and clear up some things that you've been maybe wondering about. Maybe you've communicated and asked the heavens or God for advice, and you're getting the experience, right? Wherever you're pushing yourself a little too far, right away you'll notice. Sorry about the movement. Right away you'll notice, and you'll notice how you're learning and what that entails. How going it alone has helped you and harmed you, and how you can have some time to not only think and heal through it in Mercury retrograde to come. All right, Aquarius. Wow, that was weird. Ah, very precise. Okay, I just hope nobody fucks with you this month. You're not having it. You're not having it. You are completely ready to keep this rolling, and you are clearing up a lot. You may have to address some situations via communication, especially with your mind. You're being very adamant with your mental health too. So if there's something you need to let go of, or it becomes very clear what you need to let go of, you may start to make that happen almost right away. This full moon is going to be clear, and it may sting a little, and you may bring the sting too. So if you needed some balance. Okay, Pisces, last but not least, wow, let you have yourself a good month. Just like, be yourself, expose yourself, reveal yourself, show yourself, be in yourself, be around people who you love, give to your inner child. You'll notice that's the connection you're missing to feel in yourself even more, and you may notice without even trying, and it may become deeply set in your psyche very quickly. Wherever you're too attached, you'll see why. You'll see the pattern, and the way you respond to it next will shift things so much that you not only are able to and start to let go, almost immediately you feel a response from the universe in a way that asks you to be that person, to show up that way. And there are rewards for things like that. whatever yours is, not to be attached to it, but just know that you're in the right space and time. And also to enjoy it, you know, enjoy this connection that you're feeling with your intuition. Maybe you're going to want to be using it more. Maybe this brings you, maybe addressing this or coming to this allows you to become closer to that. You may even find love through this space, right? But most importantly, you're finding a connection with yourself in a way that you've needed to hear or feel or see, whichever one it is for you. All right. Okay, so that is the end of the intuitive reads through the cards. Now I did not look over the astrology for each sign. I just wanted to be super intuitive. Curious to see how this pans out for any of you. Feel free to comment. I would love to hear. Again, all information is below to work with me. My email is there if you need to have any questions. It is me on the other end right now. And I look forward to working with you and to seeing all of you in Leo season. The videos will start soon. Probably right away. We're going to just keep it rolling, keep it moving, and we'll see you soon in Leo season. Love you.